Hello, welcome to this moment we share. Um, Thank you for being here, transmitting. We see, we think, we report, we have ideas. We might filter for better venues. Some would come with negative thinking, and others with words of healing, trying to pass a narrative and a story. Meanwhile, the forces of war and all that which continues in a loop, repeating because it has not evolved. So there is resistance to evolve. You see, you can give all this energy with a lot of vitality, which is good to flow with. And when it's taken with resistance, it feels as if it's forced. This has already been said from all forms of understanding that come from Greek mythology, as when they were discovering or studying science and the meaning of this word that maybe because of this, if it's not like that, it changes to this meaning. And at the same time, with other religions, from the Jews, and you can go back to Egypt as well, not everything was put on stone. And many of us silence for what is going to happen because there is no other way. When you put people that are extremists with extremist beliefs from the Arab world, the Jews world, the Christian world, the white world, the Spanish world, we know our Spanish history. We know what the white world has done to the Spanish. We know what the Spanish has done to other people as well. We know what man has done to woman, what woman has done to man. We know what the high class has done to the low class. We know what the low class is capable of doing as well. So on it repeats, and it has these patterns. Now, when you have people of the highest score investing on something that is predicted already, not from being innovative genius that's pretending to be more of a genius than already is, but it's just people that love drama, really. They love to be involved with a crazy movie that's out of normality. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you study to build up this character. So the message is put through and it gets through. The word of the week is expansion, and transition is the last days of the month. For every month is in the same way. Whatever is talking about a vibration, or for the second week, for example, for what is inside. So this is thinking in other ways with the same meaning of the same words. Each word of the week is to talk about that word, and it allows your mind to think in other ways on how we relate together. From what you mentioned is expansion. I want to thank you. You know who you are. For me to exercise with a more passive voice and with not so much range of. I need to allow the gravitational power to move from under earth, and I need to sound with the frustration. I need to unearth all those sounds that are eruptive. as if from the underworld. And I want you to feel it from the guts, from your own, from the instinct, from your guttural, from your guts, the, that's visceral. Yeah, I want to waken and shaken. So yes, of course it's beautiful. So I also listen to learn, and I'm putting my headphones. I don't like to wear the headphones. I think in the future it will look obsolete and stupid. Just like to feel normal in the screen and allow my voice to go with that vibration, that's sounding for that specific order. Yes, is it is uncomfortable? Of course it is. And sound. You can pay a prostitute and they will always talk to you in the way it would please you. So when you put expansion as the meaning of a word that's transition, it's because we are moving into another dimension. And all the world needs to be on the same page to do the technological globe map. You can have your brick if you want. You can have your coin for your country as it is. You have the freedom to have your values moving with the same frequencies for your own. And at the same time, I need to know that you are putting your percentage for the universal coin. Russia, Iran, China, I think is willing. Some Arab countries are still investing for some countries in Africa to kill others that are Christian. In the same way, Christians are being mistreated in Israel from the Jews. So all these people, and I didn't want to say it because I am more and more less connected with the news of the world, and just I'm not even listening. My attention, my love, my mind, my witnessing is going towards another direction. But still, I have to tell you what crosses my mind. Um, you're all gonna die. All of you who are extremists, because you have not been prepared and you know who you are. Because people like you have to kill each other. All of you extremists, for the reasons you have not moved from your position to allow an expansion that is for the goodness of the world and centuries and millennia ahead into outer space for every individual in this world. That bad it is. That bad it is that all of you are willing to kill each other. This is when you put a lot of man together for too many years, all right? This is called a collective psychosis. So the next word of the next week, which starting with the month of March, is going to be house. And the first week always relates towards what is a vibe, philosophical, heading of spiritual source, energy field, could be random vibe. So the word has a concrete meaning, but also it has an abstract meaning. That's house. You can be walking around anywhere, and people might say, "You belong to this house, don't you?" And the person would say, "You are correct." Why? Because you can tell from these character traits and this and that. So you see, I am very peculiar. I absolutely look crazy, of course. But it happens to be that most of the things you might understand are correct. So today at work, I asked, "You work in the military?" And the person said, "Yes, I do." So I was too late. I should have asked 3, 4 seconds before, and I could have given him a discount of 10% because of having that right. So, too good, too bad. I could tell from what house he was. Hmm? Just in the air, from the vibe. You don't really know why. What is it? It's like a vibe. I was not like, oh, because he's standing like this or that. It didn't come to me because I was not studying his character traits or analyzing anything. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit like that. So expansion. So let's say I was thinking, yeah, expansion, but expansion towards what? Because you're like, oh, expanding as a transition. This is an expansion that is transitioning, not as a man to become a woman or a woman to become a man. Those are silly things for people who have never role played in virtual reality, of course, or lack character. So people get obsessed with the idea of becoming another gender or anything that might come up. So, in the same way, for those who believe whom they are, people are willing to die because of believing whom they are. I'm going to let it there for a second, all right? So you can register that. Put in the headphones and try to put a little more of a softer voice, which will be wonderful to be role playing as I've been doing for 20 years. It is aggravating to not exercise and allow myself to put all these emotions that are into each character. For me, it's a sport. I burn all my energy there. I can feel my friends already starting to hate me because I am not there, but I cannot be there. One of the rules is that you only role play with role players. This is not for entertainment for other people to watch. This is not about a TV channel like you do your podcast as a TV channel, a TV show. Do you get it? Do you understand? For the people in Iran, you are 2,000 years back in human evolution. There is nothing of you and your people. this world wants, by the way you treat each other. The Prophet Muhammad said to continue until Israel, until the Mediterranean. The Prophet Muhammad would have been wrong. On those times, it was normal to prophesy about going to wars and conquering. Jesus didn't say anything like that at all, right? This is why you are 2,000 years in the past. You dress like 2,000 years in the past. You are cutting the layers of consciousness of your people by obstructing them to be free to evolve. We already made all the mistakes for you, so you don't have to, and you would evolve faster if you want to, alive or dead. I want to know that Venezuela is not having sanctions anymore, and I will ask to the son of the President Maduro, whose name is also Nicolas Maduro Guerra, if he went to visit his father in the New York City jail, who is at Brooklyn. I would like to ask as well to the Ministry of Exteriors of Venezuela. I would like to ask the ambassador of Venezuela for the United States, Felix Plasencia, if he went to visit Nicolas Maduro, and if he has the right to have the lawyer he wants, if he is alive. Because it seems that the people of United States do not want to mature. In my mind, I was something really bad for United States. Really bad. And I thought, why prevent anything? I have been here sharing and crying my tears this week for the waste of time I've been trying to get this together with the benefit of everyone, for everyone. If you are here, you'll get here, up here. You will see with us the stars while you are alive. We will be able to laugh, but you do not have Christian character traits. You can't forgive yourself. You can't transcend. This goes to the ring of pedophiles as well, all right? You cannot even have an orgasm with a mature woman that can last the climax 1 week. It's impossible. You can't have that energy back from a child. It has not matured. As with some people. I'm talking energetically as well, in an energy field. You can hire 18,000 people of the same kind. You will never reach that unless you allow that experience to go through you and your people, on whatever term you put it, right? But love is transcendental. This is not a threat. And in the Bible, we repeat, you will condemn your history to continue to live with another form of eternity unless you change, because we do not need any more apocalypses. And this is gone to the Jews who invest on this and its allies, the Christians. On the last page of the Bible, if you want to follow the last page of the Bible again, I can assure you that's going to continue. The way out is to come out to the heart, to break the structures of the past, to create a new testament. You can only get out of a loop by not repeating the old patterns unless you are unfolding into a new dimension. And it is normal once done. You breathe the air, you feel the sunshine, as in no other planet in the world of this galaxy, and maybe most of the universes. You might have to become something else to enter another dimension, another terrain, if you want to still keep alive. So there's something of you that's resisting to change, to evolution, to allowing this world to be. Its very nature is calling for it, for you to commit leadership's suicidal. Even if you hide in dungeons, another political party will take over, ready for that moment, with all the reasons of the world to do so on the low. So prepare, be prepared. And if you don't pay women, you will suffer in your own loop. This is about your awareness, becoming consciousness by your own exercise. And that is only from your decision making to make that change, to free the woman of Iran, the girls, to open the doors. So we start with the countdown of all these nuclear weapons and organizations around the world, also in the US and so on so far, for the money that's been invested in war to be for creative resources. And this is the transitional word of the day, expanding, which is a state of flux. All right. Some of you might know into what you're expanding by nature, because, you cannot cheat death. All right. Nobody is going to. You might think, oh, of course, I'm alive forever because of this or that. It doesn't matter if I die. There will come another one after me. No, there are ends to sickness because there is life behind it emerging. Life is calling. for this vitality because it's the same meaning of life. Vita, vitality, vita, life, vida. It is not only in the education of your mind, but your spirit and how you interact with the social consciousness, the joys you produce from your higher forms of intelligence throughout the divine, from the hearts of your vibration. But if you're cutting off all of it and castrating all of it, you're having more problems. More. Doesn't matter how much you hide it, the results are the same. And we go on listening or collaborating because at the end, we see that, and I don't want to say it because it's going to sound very suspicious. Where is this coming from? Why is it saying this? Put man and woman together and see the energy you have at work, in the workforce. Allow women to be whom they want to be. Beautiful as goddesses. And you will allow yourself to be and be treated as a god as well. Where you don't have to minimize others, so you're something that never feels enough. So your problem with other countries that has been for 2,000 years and more, these words are for more, are yet to be studied. So if people ripple from Babylon to have different languages, this is the time of the universal language to come back to God from the heart, not by pretending that you are God. It's from a different source of divine to feel as God because you are connected with the divine, for the divine, for the people. You are a servant. You are a passage for this action to be taken together on this time of history and on. It might get better and better and better and better, but once it's solidified, where the leaders of the world can work on it with peace, it will be over. We don't need anyone to be fighting so the dollar is up or the crypto bullshit. Everyone is part of a universal coin from scratch, from zero. You need to destroy and undo to do it again, to honor the future with the people that you pick from the past, with different locations. It doesn't matter. You've done lockdown, you have done horrible things to people. You have made so many people lose their jobs, so many people. But those who listen to death and kill people to have, they want to have downloads, right, from the dead people. You are only having energy of the dead. The dead doesn't care about the living. You do not care about the living. You do not care about life. Your life is dead. If you relate with the dead, you're dead. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. But this is 2,000 years later. You cannot be stepping on human consciousness anymore or letting dead bury the dead. You must see the resources you have to have the best verse of your people and land by their own activation and freedom. And you will have a better profit yourself by allowing yourself to make your own inventions instead of being so resented because others have them. I appreciate for everyone who wants to record on their own terms, on their own a government's technological map to see the the currency of each ministry and how it goes. I appreciate to Putin, but don't be ashamed. If you stop these wars, you would honor your allies and your friends who still want you alive, by the way. But Putin has done so many wars that he doesn't even know the meaning of having come to mutual understanding for peace. This is totally new for his ideologies and is predicted to maybe end because he's sorry to not know any better. He wishes, like if it's a delusional, emotional outcome that's external to his own actions and people, because he has determined to destroy the West. It doesn't matter what happens in the United States or in Europe, Canada, South America. It will keep strong and will never give up. It doesn't matter who's on power. You have infinite beautiful people that have given themselves on and on for others with mistakes and taking accountability of it. Old school. So, well, we are expanding, but next month we're just going to dive into the houses. We're going to dive into the many stations. We're going to see the different covers that we'll have. Okay? And what this expansion is coming to that which is universal to allow this technological field to happen for all of us. Russia has to pick their tech titan. I guess is from telegraph. China has to pick their tech titan as well. Africa, the Middle East must have their tech titans as well. You can put your technologies in your own, because the more extremist the United States become, the more they are being rejected naturally by other extremists. The more extremist you become, the more extremists you create. It is okay in the past, but we're seeing the world at once. So we're entering into other forms of interacting and understanding the world at the same time with particular different designs and places and natures based on the same, more or less, in this planet Earth. and for a super multi-talented consciousness in humanity. Counting also the elite that's learning. Hmm? You're learning as well. Not about you only. Hmm? You can have more as you are transitioning through this expansion. Okay? So let's cut it off in here. It's up to you and you and you. See you in the next life, perhaps. Bye.